Emma Goldman, June 27, 1869, Kaunas, Lithuania, May 14, 1940, Toronto, Canada. She was an anarchist considered at the time the most dangerous woman in America and exiled from the United States, where she arrived after leaving Russia. In the matter of Emma Goldman's anarchism and feminism, if her anarchist side is a dark shadow in her biography, due to the planned attacks and entries and exits from prison, her feminist side is always stronger, that bougainvillea purple that celebrated life in a very intense way. Alex Schulman, August 17, 1932, United States, a second-wave writer and feminist, says that Emma Goldman used anarchist doctrine to explain the oppression suffered by women, as she knew very well that the root of such oppression was deeper than institutions. When her anarchism conflicted with her feminism, she always reacted as a feminist. Emma Goldman glimpsed certain nuances against women that feminists themselves contributed to spread, and at the time she was even heavily criticized for these assertions, but the passage of time is proving her right. One of these assertions she made was the following: "Certainly the women's rights movement has broken many chains, but it has also forged new ones. The new chains of women today are also very subtle, almost imperceptible because they are surrounded by an aura of supposed empowerment and self-esteem that women are supposed to have nowadays in order to have dignity in what they do in that job that implies being a woman. I consider that this is a very special subtle chain, that of being a woman, just for being a carrier of the female sex. The current prevailing order still has them convinced that being a woman is an option to live life supposedly fully, and the vast majority of people with female sex do not question what it means to be a woman and only reproduce the model of being a woman blindly, even giving their lives for it by taking on the heavy burden of species reproduction. Because women have liberated themselves, now they have emancipated themselves, they say, but as Emma foresaw in her essay, The Tragedy of Women's Emancipation, now women face the need to emancipate themselves from emancipation if they truly want to be free. Emancipate themselves from emancipation? Is there something negative about current emancipation? 20 years ago, when I read these things, I did not understand them in their true dimension, but now that I reread them, I realize what Emma Goldman is referring to, and I even perceive that it is very likely that this is the source from which I have been developing a theory about how the game of the prevailing order is to have women worse off than before regarding the oppression of being a woman. I am referring to what I have come to call the superwoman syndrome.